GM Farmer, what is good, bro?
Yo, it's almost been a week after ETH Denver. Um, yeah, I guess hopefully everyone is post hangover cured up at this point. It was quite the party. I think a lot of people are you know uh, claiming they had some FOMO. You had the dog party, the pups party. You had all the builders show up. That was a good time. Yeah, how are you feeling after ETH Denver? Did you end up going to the post ETH Denver Breckenridge ski event?
No, not this year.
All right.
I went from fucking Paris, came home, did some laundry, and then went to Denver. So the last 2 days, I was just running on fumes. I was just like, I need to get home and stare at some fucking red candles and regroup.
Yeah, no, obviously it was nice to see you there. I know we talked kind of, uh, I think maybe like a couple of days before ETH Denver even happened, and you're like, no, I chose Paris. And I told you you chose the wrong conference, but
Yeah, dude.
yeah, it's nice to see you out there.
Yeah, you hit me with the FOMO. No, it was definitely cool. I thought like I don't know, maybe I went to the conference the first day, the panel, and then I felt like there was more people, like energy around the or I don't know. The side events were obviously um, you know, pretty fucking solid. Some of them had thicker turnouts than others, etc. Pretty typical. But I don't know. They said online, or someone told me that it was the biggest turnout, but I don't know. I didn't feel like. But I'm
Yeah,
pretty biased. Last year was like just seemed
I'm
super hot.
calling I'm calling cap on that on the biggest turnout because you go to the main conference. There was no lineup to get in this year. Last year there was. Bitcoin side events were basically jam packed with you were last year it was still crowds of people. All the ETH people were there at the Bitcoin events too. And you were like bumping shoulders to shoulder in most cases. Granted, there were only like two Bitcoin events last year. And I think this year we had over 10. So there was more things to go to on the Bitcoin side. But overall, like I think I can share your views as ETH feels a little bummed out. I mean like sentiment's pretty damn low on the ETH side. You got two, maybe three foundations now. Um like I love ETH for the concepts that they kind of created and put forth. Um but obviously a lot needs to happen for everyone to get collected together and
Yeah. It's
start doing
more
things.
it's more so like Solana ate its lunch. Like Bitcoin has always played a role alongside Ethereum. Ordinals did pose a little bit of, but either way, it's like curious to see Breakpoint and all of like how that turns out. But Valtalic didn't show up. But I don't know. I still going around. There's so many like fucking actually cool things being built on Ethereum. Like everyone's really kind of like honing in and building actually some useful shit. From what I was seeing, I know that's not what all the Bitcoiners want to hear, but
Well, are they really building on Ethereum or are they building with the EVM? Like that's
that's a good point. Yeah, because at this point it's like L2, a lot of shit on base, a lot of, but I mean, it all goes back to it. And I still think Ethereum's going to play quite a big role with like bigger capital, and like DeFi is always going to have a place there. But dude, we got
yeah. I mean,
Lars.
it's just like the sorry before we
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
the
yeah.
Lars. Like I think you're right. Like institutions have always been friendly, and they understand how to do DeFi on Ethereum. I think we're there isn't really a lot of DeFi on Bitcoin just yet. I think it can come, but it's tough. It's tough because how do you get like how do you get what is it called, multi-sig custody, and how do you get all of these institutional custodial brokers, whatever you want to call them, providers, to start custodying some of these tokens and it's just a bit. It's just a bit messy, but well, we're getting there. I think the rails are being built. But yeah, you brought up Lars here. Yeah,
What's up,
what's up,
dude?
Lars?
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? No, I just want to plus one on that, and I think this is really all the way back to when ETH launched. This is what spoke to me with the concept of being able to validate our own transactions, but also compute on this like decentralized computer. And I think yeah, definitely a lot of the things that has been, and I guess to some extent like ETH is done, but it's also kind of broken. So I guess that's why we see all these like teams just they just run with it and like build an EVM and like whatever Vitalik is doing is like no one cares, I guess, since EVM is there and they can build out their own L1s and L2s and I guess siphon all the value from those investments that has gone in. But no, definitely, I think don't discredit Wall Street and all the big buyers and capital allocators seeing ETH as whatever they see it as, they put a lot of money into it. So going to be exciting to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a weird take without this is just off the top, but I do see Ethereum with its kind of track record of DeFi and the amount of liquidity in it, like Solana DeFi kind of being more for retail because like just with the fees eating into margins, like with with true capital, like you're not too worried about gas fees opening up a position, etc. But now I feel like Solana has kind of made DeFi very accessible for retail in a pretty manageable way. But
But Bungie, to that point, like, what is DeFi? Because Ethereum has a lot of musical chair type games, and is that DeFi? I
well, I
mean,
mean, it's a broad term, right? Like decentralized finance is could be in several different pools. I guess speaking of pools, like I'm speaking of like lending, providing LP, like tangible ways of producing yield without significant Ponzonomics is like DeFi in I guess the way that I view it as efficient, actually solves a problem, provides value to the people participating and the users, able to swap without KYCing, without doing some of these things. But then, of course, you get the Ponzonomics with like the token airdrops and all of these things. But I mean, that is what DeFi is to me is the fundamentals of any economic flywheel of like lending, um, providing LP is some of these true yield bearing techniques that Ethereum really kind of matured for other chains like Solana and Bitcoin soon to kind of quickly adopt and find what worked and what didn't. So that's kind of what I mean.
yeah,
Hi, hey
Serge, what's
guys,
up?
what's up? Hey Bunzi, Farmer, what's good, guys? Good seeing you in Paris. Sorry I missed you in Denver, boys. I know Bunzi and I have a call in a couple of hours, but speaking of DeFi and speaking of EVM, I think I started fucking around with Sonic Chain, Andre Cronje's chain, a month and a half back, and I think it's taking up all the mind share when it comes to like DeFi, and Andre's about to kick off DeFi season. I'm not sure if anybody's messing around or experimenting with borrowing, lending, providing LP on Sonic, which is like 1,000 times faster than Solana.
So
But
let's
yeah,
let's
kind
let's
of
let's let's chat about that for a little bit because Phantom Andre, he's
yeah.
he's really the goat of DeFi.
I get
There's no
so bearish
DeFi
though. I
anymore.
get so bearish when it's like tied to someone's name so tightly. It's like that's where it's just like, dude, ego's a real thing, and it's I don't know, but I think Sui and Sonic, but Sonic as of late, definitely. I need to learn more because I've been seeing it, and
So
yeah.
so $2.5 million, $1 billion FDV tokens fully circulating. There's a 200 million Sonic airdrop planned at the end of June. You got 1 billion plus in TVL. You got every major fucking lending borrowing platform joining the platform, joining the chain. Aave came in on Monday. Compounds coming in the next couple of days. So lots of TVL. Follow the money. Experiment on Sonic. That's what I've been seeing.
Serge, so is Sonic actually faster than Solana? Like genuinely?
Genuinely, way faster. Yeah.
Well, I know not to fade Surge. So, what is Sonic? Like
It's
TLDR,
Phantom.
it's Phantom
So
Wallet.
it's Phantom that's rebranded to Sonic. I'll shoot some information to you guys later on, but like it's definitely a DeFi kind of supported platform. But I am seeing a lot of memes starting to build on Sonic. There are some memes that are coming and building up on Sonic right now,
So,
but it's mostly DeFi
so
focused.
is it a
It's an
Solana?
EVM.
It's EVM. It's not a Solana
It's
parallel. Is it an L1?
Wait, Bunsy,
Dude, it's
you've
the
never
same.
used
It's the
Phantom
same.
before? Like Temple, like
FTM. Not. He's thinking Phantom Wallet, like the Solana wallet.
no, no,
FTM
FTM,
chain.
yeah.
Oh, I
FTM,
totally am.
FTM,
Thank you, Matt. That's my smooth brain is like
FTM,
FTM.
FTM, FTM rebranded to Sonic. Andre's taking full lead. I've been seeing so much TVL flow in. It's retarded actually. If you want to talk about Ponzinomics, that's why I kind of like had to
Oh,
interrupt and interject
no,
and talk about
please.
Sonic a
No,
little
I've
bit.
been seeing it, and what's the alpha of, like, what are some of the things to participate or just start clicking?
Dude, the old founder of like Ohm launched a new Ponzi on there, and the pre-deposit.
Oh shit.
I swear to God, I forget what it's called, but the
We
pre-deposit
are so
sold
fucking
out
back.
in like in less than 30 seconds. It was impossible to get in. Impossible.
Oh my god, we're so back, dude. The fucking
So like
oh god.
Sonic is currently at like $2.7 billion FDV, fully unlocked. In my opinion, I think like the token could 5x even if it grows to the same market cap as like Nier or other like similar garbage ghost chains. But further to the basic positive economics of the and all that, all activities on Sonic drive points for an airdrop of 200 million, and I think that's what I'm most bullish about. So you got like
Sure.
until
So, if remind me, because the token went from FTM to Sonic, but I thought there was something that basically made like more tokens come into existence because of some sort of migration, and then that they're using those as rewards, or is that right? Like I remember
I,
seeing something along those
I
lines.
don't want to put my foot in my mouth, bro. I'm not really sure about that, but all I know is like the tokens are fully unlocked.
So then, if
That's
that's the
bullish.
case, then how do you airdrop 200 million in value if all of the tokens are unlocked?
Also, great question.
Great question.
Like if
Good
it's in full
marketing.
circulation, how do you unlock? So yeah, but I do know that there was a mechanism a couple months back, like in December, where you could swap 1-to-1 your FTM for S token. I do know that.
I wonder if the token supply went up as a byproduct of that, and they're just kind of using those rewards. I mean, look,
So,
it's really clever to rehash a chain, in
so
that
you got
way, especially if.
yes.
But
So
yeah,
you got your like basic deck, your the shadow decks, which is kind of like pulling 1 billion of volume a week. You got Metropolis, although they're like low float dexes so far, but like you got a lot of volume happening and a lot of these lending, borrowing, minting, and a lot of these like complex DeFi strategies that are being built on top of Sonic, like Ring and Pendle and Petroleum DeFi and all that shit's coming up. It's gonna get more degenerate as we grow, but there are like legit DeFi strategies that you can apply on Sonic right now. But I'm also like it's like, again, it's not a Solana, but I am also seeing like a lot of meme activity coming on Sonic.
Just a question:
And
is this Sonic SVM or?
no, it's S and it's listed on Binance, it's
Oh, okay,
listed on all the major centralized
because
exchanges.
there's also an SVM on
Um,
Solana called Sonic, saying that they're
yeah,
powering a
that's the meme
Web3
coin.
TikTok. Oh, okay.
That's the meme coin. Yeah, that's the meme coin. But like, yeah, super bullish on Sonic. Although I'm a Bitcoin guy, and you guys know that. But when I see something good in the market, like I would love my friends to kind of like
Dude, you got
check
to
it out
roll it
and bring all
back.
the.
Yeah, roll that
I
profit back
know,
to BTC. That's been
of
the motive,
course,
bro.
of course, of course, of
Actually, I
course,
think that there
100%.
is a Solana L2 SVM L2 called Sonic as well. It's the Adrena
Nice.
platforms like finance layer or something. It's an SVM L2. So lots of Sonics out
Bro,
there
I'm
right
about
now.
to build the Sonic Bitcoin L2 and just fucking just be like, trust me, it's the one. That's so funny. I feel like people just spin up names like to siphon mindshare and like no doubt. But all right, I'm gonna embarrass myself. What the fuck is FTM, dude? Like, am I just sleeping on something? Like, did I miss some big boat? What's FTM? Is it just a token that existed that
Yeah, like 2 cycles ago, it was a high performance blockchain, but it sort of rugged because there was a big exploit a few years back, so it kind of the token rugged a bit. But apparently, this new chain that they modified it
So,
into, it's pretty good.
so the token, the chain that
Well,
rug.
Bunzi, don't you remember Daniel Sesta or whatever his name was?
Yeah, he's building on Sonic, dudes. Daniel is like
Yeah,
heavy on Sonic, and
he's
he's
a
mostly
turbo Ponzi maker.
That's the one
The
that I was
Turbo,
OG
talking
bro.
about. The one that
Wonderland,
the
Oh
Wonderland is. Yeah,
god,
yeah, yeah.
Wonderland,
Wonderland,
popsicle, like ice cream
Popsicle
something.
Finance, Popsicle Finance.
dude,
That's the guy.
I still have to give it to the UX of the Lambo slider, bro, is still to this day like the fucking most psyop. That shit was wild. Like you were like, dude, if I just put fucking, I think it was AVAX or whatever the fuck it was on. It was like, if I just put two AVAX and then you slide this thing, it's like in 6 months, I can have 3.7 Lambos. Like, fuck yeah, dude. That shit was crazy. I definitely did not get my Lambos, but
Yeah, he's building some AI stuff on Sonic too right now, Bungie too. Daniel,
what a good scammer. AI too. Now he's just like, all right, sick. I'm gonna throw.
check out. Hey, Anon.
Hey, oh, I've seen that actually. That's like,
That's the one by Daniel, I think. Yeah, that's the one by Daniel on Sonic, the one that I
oh
was
my
talking about.
god.
The deposit sold out in like less than 30 seconds.
Really? That is insane. And then all right, I got because I've seen Hey Anon. That's like the AI. And I do think whatever team hits this home run is like I think AI managed DeFi is actually quite a great idea. Um, it does have a lot of vulnerabilities. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs with it, but I mean, that's what institutional capital uses anyways, is like bots and like, hate to say it, but
Yeah, but I think when you have algorithms, they have some tolerances for what you expect them to do. Whereas if you have everything controlled by AI, it's like, well, there is no like set parameters. There's almost like, let's just trust that
it
this
can
won't.
start to intake narrative, which is like what markets trade off.
I suppose, yeah, but I mean, that's I don't,
It definitely, I get you.
we,
Like,
we haven't okay, so we haven't seen AI be a good trader. Like that
yeah.
these quant funds, they don't use AI to trade. Like so this is why I kind of like doubt all of this like DeFi narrative just
Yeah.
at this moment. I don't doubt it can become a thing, but what I've noticed is it's always the CT crypto girls that are tweeting around this, and maybe it's just a full psyop by some team. Good marketing in getting the message
That
across.
that is true, bro. Fuck. No wonder I've seen it, bro. Fuck. Um, I hear you, and all right. So let's look at risk tolerance. Like these fucking people are also investing in meme coins, so it's like if you have that risk tolerance, like taking some AI approach, the curve is going to be pretty. There's going to be some big L's, but I don't know. The concept of it is makes sense to me, but I agree it's going to take quite some time and specific LLM models that have this like um, data points completely kind of etched out because trading is a very data driven thing, and that's the one thing that AI is good at is compute and like numbers.
Bro, you're
So
telling me that professional meme coin traders are using data?
fair enough. Fair. All right. No, because but unfortunately, yes, dude. Like you're seeing some of these metrics of like win at bonds and like there is
I
some
mean, the data is the cabal in or is the
facts.
cabal out?
See, so that goes back to the narrative portion, right? Is like, and just being able to intake more parameters. Algorithms are great, but they're also limited to their like data set, like what they're seeking, what they're looking for. Like, I don't think we're there yet, but the capabilities of identifying a narrative and using language models that understand like what pushes a token, and I think it will get there, dude. And I will definitely be messing around with with some of these things, not with huge amounts, because then again, like there's a huge, from my standpoint, there's a huge level of vulnerability. Like once you start to use some of these intermediary like AI bots, there's going to be some big exploits. You're going to make fuck. Someone got everyone's keys. So that's going to help not help it push it that fast. But I don't know. I can see it working short term. Definitely not. But as it gets refined and matured, um, I wouldn't see why some of these quant teams wouldn't use it. Like it's definitely a tool in the toolbox you can't ignore.
That's fair. That's fair. Just kind of switching gears here for a moment, because I think we missed a Tuesday show. Um, look, the U.S. is buying crypto, or at least allegedly saying they're buying crypto. How do we all feel about this? I mean, like, isn't this the moment that we've all been waiting for? Like, what is the next unlock? What is the next narrative? Like, is this
I have two thoughts. It's like
all right?
it goes back to the fundamentals of like sell the news, which is just like always unfortunately the case of like we don't want to believe that there's inside trade. We don't want that. We want to believe we're in a fair market, but it's like let's look how fast information travels. So it's like that's always going to be the case. That's why we saw some of these retraces off some of the biggest announcement, a strategic Bitcoin and cryptocurrency reserve is like a massive deal. Like that's something we've been waiting
Well, I
for.
mean, is Ripple's in there,
I
and
know that's all right. That's all right.
uh,
That's like super trench, like like maxi. I hear you, and I actually agree with you. Like that is like, dude, we're just gonna have them releasing more tokens and dumping on the U.S. government now, so that's kind of cool. But
well, on the U.S. taxpayer, let's put it. Let's be more clear.
Yeah, well, what else is new? But on the other side, like, I don't know, I heard rumors floating that no capital gains announcement is going to be actually happening tomorrow during the crypto ball. Has anyone else heard or seen this? Or am I just was I maybe a little too fucked up in Denver? But I heard
I don't know. I mean, we're barely at the stage where they bought crypto on the balance sheet, let alone announcing 0% capital gains. But good lord, that would be a massive stimulus to the U.S. economy without doing any sort of like quantitative easing and printing more money. I mean, are you not tempted to sell your crypto that you've held for a very long time if there is 0% capital gains, and you don't even know if this is just for this year, or maybe it changes in the next, candidacy and
I
president.
haven't thought about the sell-off portion. I thought about the huge influx of capital being like, this is our offloading. This is where we put all of our gains to then avoid capital gains. That's how I viewed it. But I can see what you're saying. Like, all right, this is a sell moment, or I don't know.
Here's another take on it though. So I've been thinking like how can this current administration in the US get back all the people that have moved to Singapore, Dubai, all these other tax havens? They moved their family, they moved their companies, they moved their capital into a place where there's zero tax, basically zero tax. They get everything is like lined up. They're treated like royalties when they bring, all this capital and business to these new places. If the US wants these people to come back, they need to give them a better deal. And as said, like, maybe you get a better deal for the next 4 years. But if that's the case, then yeah, that deal needs to be comparable on capital gains tax, income tax, hiring taxes. So I'm kind of optimistic on that sense. If they actually want to bring this industry back on shore.
I mean, with all the tariffs and all the chip shit, like when it comes to I'm larping super hard. I don't know much, but like that is definitely the focus of the administration is getting a lot of the production and jobs or whatever back to the US. And I didn't think about that. Like I'm curious of the numbers of what kind of loss that is for some of these, like, what is the term? Not nomadic, but like crypto focused people do going to these safe havens. Like what if the US becomes a safe haven for that would be fucking wild.
So I know no people that have opened a crypto company in the US the last 10 years. all the people I know that have opened crypto companies have done so in Singapore,
Uniswap.
Dubai. I
You-
guess.
I mean, if we really want to think about it, just like, well, then why would you launch an equity for your company? Basically, every company out there on planet Earth is not going to do an IPO with an equity based instrument. They're just going to launch a token because it's tax free for buyers and sellers, which makes a much more liquid market. I mean, that's another yeah. Um, it's interesting.
Explain to me that I'm 5, what you just said.
Basically, it's just like, why would you launch a token that trades on Robinhood or a stock exchange when the buyers are being taxed on short term and long term capital gains? When you just launch a token and
Ah,
everyone trading this, all the speculators, all the retail are suddenly like, well, this is much better. Like, I don't have to
dude.
pay taxes on a
That
buy.
is massive, actually. Holy shit. I see what you're saying. That's a no-brainer from interesting. Interesting. But okay, am I wrong in thinking I don't know. Again, what I read was just like a rumor, but I thought it would if it's crypto at large, that's just crazy, but I thought it might just be Bitcoin to start, but then again, I don't think I'm right there with the reserve. There's already like 5 dude, Cardano, bro. The XR dude, those I don't but okay. Actually, I kinda answered my own question. I don't think it will just be Bitcoin, obviously, with the way the reserve, rolled out.
No, but that just a plus one on what Farmer Joe said. Like anyone who considers like launching a token, it's like you launch your token from a jurisdiction that puts a 20 or whatever number of percentage of tax or any kind of fees on that. You're immediately disfavored to someone else doing the exact same thing in Dubai or some other like British Virgin Islands.
But I kinda like how the rich people go to Dubai. It's kinda lit. Everyone over there is fucking lit and crazy. What if you, like, do that, now you just have, like, what, a Mississippi? Like, what
Okay, so this is kind of maybe a fever dream since I caught the conference bug from both Paris and Denver. But I saw someone tweeting like, maybe we'll see tomorrow the contours and like the playbook for how Miami becomes Dubai on steroids.
That's a good yeah, Miami is Dubai. Of very similar vibe. I could see that, and that's already kind of the case. Like with the tax implications in Florida, like a lot of crypto people are in Miami. That's a really
It
good
it
point.
it could be it could be kind of like designating free trade zones within the US. You know what I mean? Like no, I don't know. Could be Miami could be kind of like an offshore. I don't know. Not all of the US, probably just designated areas within the US, kind of like what the UAE has done. That's an option.
Yeah, I mean, it already feels like Miami's a different country, bro. Every time I go there, I'm like, "You sure you don't need my passport? This shit is fucking wild, bro."
Oh,
No, but
hey, farmer. Oh, sorry, Bunzy. Farmer. All I know is today I showed up at the coffee shop and I went to the barista. I'm like, I want one Canadiano. She's like, what? I'm like, I want a Canadiano, not an Americano. The
oh
tariffs
my
are fresh.
goodness. No, that's
Yeah,
I
but
well, I think Vegas also Nevada's doing some really interesting things with their laws. I think Vegas and Miami are just naturally going to be the havens. I mean, Vegas is already has the ego driven. It's like the perfect place for the crypto bro. And then Miami, I could see it too.
I've been reading that Vegas has become kind of like a dead swamp. There's nobody there. Nobody
Oh,
goes. It's
really?
like a ghost city. And
Really?
a lot of people were fighting like, why did Bitcoin Magazine choose Vegas
Interesting.
as yeah, like dead.
Really? That's huh. I don't know. I just have like the movie scenes in my mind whenever I think of Vegas, and every time I've been there, it's been quite hectic. So
You're thinking Vegas, Robert De Niro Casino, right?
yeah, bro, that shit's lit.
Yeah, watched it
Um,
yesterday actually.
so really, I gotta look. I mean, if you, I have a few friends that live out there. I'm curious to hear their thoughts. But I also heard Memorial Day weekend, which is Bitcoin Vegas, is also the most busy time for Vegas, regardless of such a big event. Um, so that prompted me, like, if you are going, I would suggest maybe looking for rooms sooner and not just super last minute, because I heard Memorial Day weekend's just like already insanely crazy, and which makes sense. I was like, holy shit, I didn't put the two together. Just so I thought I'd share that because that made me realize a little bit or move a little bit quicker.
Speaking of Vegas, I was having a chat with Arthur from Nolcha Shows, and it seems like Ordinals is gonna take center stage there as well. So we're gonna have a big exposure there. Is anybody gonna pull up in Vegas? I'm assuming you all are, right?
No
Hopefully.
doubt, bro. I'm
Yeah,
going.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, Trump DM'd me. I gave him the no. I feel like he's definitely pulling up, bro. David, I feel like even Ross. I feel like there's gonna be another crazy moment. Vegas is just like too big. I think there's gonna be a Trump speech or some shit as well, but um, I just can't really see why not or how not with
I
how
mean, if
much
you
hype.
just look at like how close David Bailey and Mr. Trump are these days, I mean, he's one of the key attendees of this Friday's gather, and Trump actually was at Bitcoin Magazine, Bitcoin Vegas in Nashville. So, sorry, not Bitcoin Vegas in Nashville. Bitcoin US or what was it? What's the conference name?
I thought it was Nashville.
Bitcoin Nashville? Yeah, it's Bitcoin Nashville. Yeah, he was there as a speaker. I mean, to try and get a spot for his presentation was like next to impossible. Man, the vibes were just, insanely bullish back then, pre-Trump. I think things have really like come down a little bit, but this is just in my view the best and greatest bear trap there ever was. And someone actually did a little chart analysis of tariffs and kind of like how it plays into market sentiment and market expectations. And when the markets are unpredictable, people trim back risk. They can't see as far ahead. You don't really know what's going on, and so you just bet less. I think that's the TLDR is people are managing their risk. Similar to his first candidacy, like he did have a pretty wild, tumultuous first 100 days, and the markets also dipped back then as well. It's basically the exact same thing, and then you had the next year basically follow, be monstrously bullish. I just think Trump is smart enough to care about the markets. And everything is pretty calculated. He does want to bring back the internal economy of the US as best as he can. And chaos is his way of negotiating. It's kind of the classic Trump strategy of driving chaos to, I would say, ask for things. And suddenly his wild ask doesn't seem so wild. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like, if we had a strategic crypto reserve. He's announced Sui, Solana, XRP, yeah, basically every single company that has been building over the last little while. I wouldn't be surprised to see him basically say, "Hey, it's just Ethereum and Bitcoin, and maybe Solana, as like the tokens that the U.S. taxpayer basically has on balance sheet." And suddenly, like that ask is much less crazy than buying like the top 10, 20 tokens. Yeah, would love to see some meme coins in the strategic Bitcoin reserve though.
I personally want to know who's been insider trading all track that wallet ahead of the summit tomorrow, please. I'm in the mood to make some fucking money.
You broke up there a little bit, Serge, but I think I know what you
So
said.
I'm
Are
asking, can
you
somebody
referencing
do
like
me a
the
favor?
hyperliquid?
No, I was referencing to who's been insider trading. That wallet that opens up a 50x long and a 50x short right before and after his
Pelosi, dude.
announcements,
That was Pelosi.
or was it Junior?
It was Pelosi Jr.
So if somebody could track that wallet and let me know what the call is before the summit tomorrow, would be great. Thank you. I'm in the mood.
Dude, that's actually the move. But I mean,
And here's another tip though: make sure to download Truth Social and set notifications on Trump. He sends the contract addresses first on Truth Social.
Damn, that is the alpha. That gives me flashbacks to the Trump launch. Like I fucking saw someone post the screenshot. And I was like, $2 billion market cap. Oh my god, this is the top. $3 billion market cap. No way it's gonna go higher. 8 billion. Then it just fucking. Oh my god, that shit was wild. What a day. That was so crazy. Um, Imagine he just drops another ticker. Like, no way he pumps his original one. Like, damn. The crypto ball ticker, like every month, it's just the fucking new ticker from the man on truth. That would be fucking nuts.
Speaking of crypto characters, SBF, I think he just announced that he shares a prison unit with Diddy. I don't know. I don't know if that's real.
Wait,
There's some video that he said Diddy has been very kind to him.
no way. No, that's fucking obviously fake, bro. The Diddler and SBF. That's just. I mean, maybe the prison needed some more like attention, so they're just like, fuck it, put him in.
Yeah,
But I think
I don't know if
what
it's true or not, but there's an interview from prison with Tucker Carlson. I gotta watch this after this one.
yeah, just one thing that I picked up though. I think I picked this up on like the All In podcast or something. David Sachs mentioned like I think a few months ago that there's two things that Trump sort of measures his success on as a president. It's the stock market and the price of Bitcoin. Yeah. Oh,
Really?
yeah. Because he's all about the economy, you know. It's all about the economy, you know.
Oh
In the
yeah.
end, he knows that money talks, and that's as Farmer Joe said as well. Like all this noise about the tariffs and like World War III, it's just media, the losing end of the sort of current elite that are now just trying to fumble as much as they can, or like trying to pull it back. But like just they continue the project of trying to take Trump down in this new direction down, even though they lost. So now of course, this is a negotiation tactic. Just read his art of the deal. He goes out super hard, and then he comes back, and I don't think any or very few of these tariffs have actually been put to play. And I think a lot of the strategy from Trump as well is to force other entities like Europe, China, South America to actually fix their own shit and become profitable economies so that they can actually do real trade and not be subsidized. And China just started easing.
One thing I found crazy is the chip production, um, and how much of that is not in the US, and like how how crazy. I forget where it is. It's where does anyone know where I'm gonna butcher this, but it's like south of China. It's like a fuck.
They have something called Shenzhen, which is big on chip manufacturing, but most of the chips are actually fabbed in Taiwan.
Taiwan, that's what it is. And like
And then all the machines that can fab these things are built and basically owned. All that IP is owned by a company in Holland, in Netherlands.
really? I
Yeah,
did not know that part. Fucking let's go, Deutschland. No, but
that's a
it
different country, but yeah,
oh whatever. That's true. That's Germany. I'm from America. I don't know too much outside of
it's all
America,
good,
so
bro.
forgive me.
Name a name a country on Q.
No. No, but what's interesting about this is so Taiwan, I'm probably going to butcher this history lesson too, but like during some big issue in China, like a lot of the most intelligent people like left to go to Taiwan, and this is where like a lot of chip manufacturing randomly happened. But like how pivotal that is, especially with the direction that we're headed with AI and just this digital future, and like how dependent and how pivotal this country is to like fucking it's crazy because like the amount of chip production that is necessary and how many AI calls are being made, like chip production is such a big part, an instrumental part of all of this. And I was talking to someone at ETH Denver about this, and it kind of blew my mind of just like how focused that is and how dependent all these countries are on a smaller country like Taiwan. And I don't know. It was something that kind of blew my mind. I didn't realize how much of a dominance. It's something like 90%, something extremely high, like
Yeah,
all in
so
Taiwan. That's fucking crazy, dude.
when China enters, everyone prepare to be very poor again.
Dude, I don't know, dude. I Invest in sand, dude. It takes sand to make chips. So I've just been going to the beach every day and getting a bucket. So I hope you're with me. Pretty rich, but I don't know. It's something that really fascinated me. I'll have to get him on the show sometime because he spoke very elegantly to it and had some really sound numbers and was I don't know. I just ignorantly thought a lot of this production was actually in China or America because it makes a lot of sense. But I guess they just took the market and then dominated the production of it and still hold the production dominance, which is pretty fascinating.
I don't know the full
Dude,
timeline here, but I think definitely the US has probably played some role here in making Taiwan that. When I went to Taiwan, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I got this story about some kind of foreign minister. He visited Silicon Valley in the, what was it, like 60s or something. And he was like so amazed by this whole thing happening in Silicon Valley that he was like, okay, Taiwan will now focus on being the main silicon wafer fabber in the world. And then they somehow got set up with that.
What a fucking move, dude. That guy that guy saw it.
I'm not sure if it's true though. It sounds a bit
No,
like
I
fairy
swear
tale-y,
he
but
said the same word, wafer. I don't know. Again, I'm the worst person to relay this message,
and then the
but
wafer is just the big disc printed out. But yeah,
so
wafer.
here's what's gonna happen, guys. They're gonna carve up Ukraine. U.S. is gonna take $500 billion worth of raw earth, as Trump would say, rare earth, and like rare earth metals and whatnot used in superconductor production. And in return, obviously they're gonna be kind of handing over Taiwan without a bullet being fired. And if you want what the next bullish move for the markets, it's not going to be the U.S. strategic reserve announcement. It's what China might be announcing, followed by Saudi Arabia, and that's what you're going to have, the 250K candle, gentlemen.
I heard 250K candle. So
250K Bitcoin, yeah.
yeah, definitely. So when is that gonna happen?
Sometime at the end of the year.
Dude, I'm at all right. Any bets on announcements tomorrow at this crypto ball?
are there any polar market estimates on this? Or
Oh, there has to be. If not, go make some.
and also we should make a polar market estimate on Serge Sat's invasion of Taiwan end of the year and see what the market thinks, what
Oh
the
my,
market price is on that.
that is so crazy. What a world we live in. Just like how many casualties and oh my god. No, but seriously,
Is this space being recorded, Bunzi?
no. Just ignore the top.
Fuck.
Just ignore the recording
We,
button. Yeah.
we should have been recording it.
No, this is definitely
So
everything's
it is
recorded, dude.
recorded.
I know.
Yeah, it's recorded.
I thought I was gonna get him to say some crazy shit, bro. Uh, no, but yeah, I think no capital gains tax gets announced tomorrow. I read it on Twitter, so it's got to be true. So that's where I'm putting my bet. Farmer, what do you think? What's gonna happen tomorrow? Is it just gonna be a snooze fest?
I think it's actually going to be a nothing burger.
Fuck. Well, that's such a boring bet. Whatever. All right.
But Serge, what's going on with you're up here. You're doing MempoolCon 2.0. Tell us a little bit more about that. That's around Token 2049 Dubai, right?
It's a day after Token 2049. It's gonna be more of an ordinal focused, inshallah, more of an ordinal focused Bitcoin Art Society gallery in Dubai. So I'm planning to build out the Bitcoin Art Collector Society in Dubai for ordinals. It's gonna be more art focused rather than memes and this and DeFi and all that. It's gonna be more like focused on the ordinals.
Right on.
That's kind of the direction I want to take, to be honest.
What to you is the best on-chain art in ordinals?
Wow, what a loaded question, bro. Wow.
What are the
There's
Saudis gonna be max bidding? Is it TLDR?
I love Pups. I love OMB. Those are my personal two favorites.
And he has a based angel PFP. You'll love to see it.
It's cool art. I gotta say, like the base angel art is.
No,
is
it's
really
lit,
cool.
dude. I actually met the dude. That team is lit, bro. I'm a I got exposed to it. Now I'm like, fuck, this is it. This is the Milady / fucking schizo crew of Bitcoin. But no, I just had to troll you. But no, I think, dude, there's just so much money over there. So fucking that is
Yeah,
up.
that's what I want to build out.
That
And
is
nobody
fucking
knows
dope.
shit about it. Nobody knows, bro. Nobody. Like we're still so early on like art inscriptions on Bitcoin, like art on Bitcoin inscription. They're so early. Nobody knows. But still, everybody goes to buy these URL hyperlinks on IPFS. You know,
So
I get the
ETH
early.
collectibles are still a big thing on in Dubai. They're like fucking bored
Yeah, in
aping
Dubai
still.
they are. Yeah. The punks is. Yeah, there's a Bored Ape kind of a community, and there's a yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's still a big thing.
Well, let's
But so
dump on their head.
I want to build. What? No, I want to. We are building that up, and the turnout in last December was absolutely fucking incredible. Like I
You
was
gotta
impressed, to be honest. I didn't expect that. I had Murat texting me. He's like, "Can I come?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, bro." He's like, "I'm bringing 3 of my friends. Can you get them in?" I'm like, "Of course." Check with the check with the desk, dude. You know.
you gotta show them Bitcoin shrooms. I think they'll like them.
Yeah, Snoop Toshi loves that. Snoop Toshi's favorite collection.
So when is token 2049 this year?
Uh, April 27th till the 28th till the 1st of May, I think.
Dope. Yeah, I think last year was the year I went, and it was crazy. There was a tsunami, bro. Has anyone checked the weather?
Yeah, and you showed up to the party. I remember. That's when I first met you.
Dude. Yeah,
You
I
showed up to
remember.
the villa
Yeah,
party.
that shit was lit. Dude, Dubai is fucking crazy. It is like I have a weird take. I feel like it's a skeleton of like a place still. It's like there's so much, but it's just so new and just so like it was so confusing to me. I don't know. I
They
can't
they
explain it.
have they have no sidewalks. Is like what I noticed. Like Serge, what do people just avoid walking? Is that why there's no sidewalks
Yeah,
everywhere?
you get carried.
It's definitely it's definitely a car. You know, you have to have a car, but there is public transportation to a certain extent. But there are sidewalks, dude, if you're like in the suburbs or like residential communities. But you went to the main highways and the main kind of like, you know, the business centers and stuff. But there are sidewalks everywhere. I'm not sure why you didn't see any sidewalks.
Well,
But yeah, definitely less accessible than like,
it's
I don't know,
well,
somewhere else.
I definitely saw sidewalks, but as I was walking in some areas, it was just like you cross the street and there's no more sidewalk.
Where was this? Where were you living in?
This was shoot, I don't know. This was I don't know which area I was walking around in. It was
Business
somewhere
Bay, downtown.
downtown. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's sidewalks everywhere, dude.
Maybe in like
But
the
remember,
corridor.
there's a lot under construction. So
Yeah, I think that's what it was related to.
yeah, are you coming to Token 20? You mentioned to me on our call like the other day. You're not going to be coming, right?
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on it, to be honest. Token is a good event though, right? Like it's historically, when most people do show up, either between like the Dubai or Singapore token event. It is one of the biggest, right? Like give me some sell me on it a little bit, like bull post me.
Right now.
Right
But
fucking
yeah, like
now.
right right now right now outside of MempooCon, token 2049, is it usually like really busy, really packed, and Vibes are good. Okay, I guess the vibes are indeed not
Dude,
so good.
God
Oh
hates
my god.
Token 2049, dude. God
Just
literally,
radio silence.
dude, literally, like, that was the biggest natural disaster I've ever been in, dude. There was like
Like
fucking,
50 years, they never had rains like that.
it was fucking crazy, dude. Good thing I was fucked
Wait,
up.
Fonzie, you went last year?
Yeah, bro. I was stuck in a car with Matt, and that, like, dude, we like bonded for life. We almost died, and we had this fucking Uber driver. The story's insane. All right, we have some time. So we have this Uber driver,
Which
right?
Matt? Which Matt?
From Arch.
Arch?
Yeah,
Oh, no way.
yeah. And so we go to the first event. This Uber driver is just like, "Oh, you guys are from America. Can I take a photo?" We're like, "Fuck it, that's weird, but for sure, dude. Like, this is fun." We were like listening to like gangster rap, and it was super fun. And he's like, "Oh, if you need a ride, let me know. Here's my WhatsApp." And it's like, "Oh shit, this is awesome." Just be like, "Oh, I'm never gonna hit you up. I'll just call Uber again." But the event ends, and we go outside, and everyone's stuck. All Ubers are not running. And we're just like, oh fuck, dude. And we're on the complete other side of town. And I'm like, oh my God, let me hit up this dude. And he's like, dude, I'll be right there. And every other conversation around us is like, dude, fuck. Like Ubers, there's no Ubers, all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, this is working out perfect. And then it ends up, this guy has an electric SUV. So while we're driving, our car's fully submerged and all these other cars are failing. But because this is electric, there's no intake. So it's not sucking in the water and dying. So we're literally going around on the main highway with the water nearly up to the windows in the car. And we're just like pushing through. And this guy, like, bro, we got in one situation where we totally could have got stuck on this on ramp where like there was no way around. And somehow we like got this car to back up everyone so we could like barely sneak through. If that didn't happen, bro, we would have been stuck in this car for at least 16 hours. Like, like, I didn't realize how fucking gnarly, like, and then we're passing like Maybachs, like all these crazy foreign expensive cars that are completely abandoned and just like fucking completely wrecked. The interior must have, dude, like this storm took so many casualties of cars. Like it was probably, I have some videos on my phone. I'll have to send you or post or something for people to see because it was nuts, dude. It was literally like few feet of water. There was deaths, dude. Like electricity. People were walking and fucking
Five
people
people died.
died. Yeah, bro.
5 people died. Yeah, and you know what though? With all that, we had like 5,000 registrants to the Ordinal Summit that day, and like 400 people still showed up, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Which was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, dude, they know how to go through bearish moments, no doubt. It was just like, bro, it actually made the trip super memorable. Like in hindsight, like it was super eventful and like,
that's what you remember, right? You remember that? You
oh,
don't like
no doubt, bro. Dude, I walked across. Oh my God. And I already get into enough trouble as it is at these conferences. You add a fucking natural disaster, and it's just like, holy shit! Like it was a wild time, dude. And I would love to go back without that to like really get an understanding of the city because like a lot of places were closed, dude. We were in the mall. The mall turned into like a fucking refuge, bro. Like the bottom layer was just flooded, and like there was families, like everyone was just stuck at this mall because no Ubers were driving. We had this one dude randomly, but then he's like, dude, I can't go any further. And the mall was closer to our hotel. He's like, dude, I have to drop you off here. So we just are dropped off at this hotel. And like it was it was fucking wild. It was like a scene in a movie. I was like,
come back,
this is the
bro.
end.
You co- come back, bro. Come back. Just use travel agent Mr. X
Oh
and come
shit.
back.
Dude, actually, I would love to. Dude, what's the airline over there? There's an airline where I flew coach and it felt,
Emirates, man, it's the
oh
number
my
one.
God,
Emirates is
bro.
the best airline in the world. I refuse to fly anything else.
Dude, it is
They set the
fucking
bar so high, bro.
so lit, bro. I was like, oh my God, no wonder rich people like nice shit. Like it was like, I was like, dude, this is fucking, I loved it. We had like, and it wasn't a full flight, and like after, oh my, that airline, Bullish, dude. I hope they drop a token soon. I'm gonna ape the shit out of that token, bro. They're fucking so.
Well,
And it's
you
not so
actually,
expensive to
what's
fly
funny?
Emirates.
Like Emirates actually had so much participation in NFTs, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like I think they even had their own
No
NFT of
wonder they probably brung super hard and bought some super nice planes, bro. Like, dude, it is so lit. Like, I am the biggest fucking. I'm a super fan of that airline. Like, it was just the coolest experience. And flying typically kind of sucks, and it was like it made it. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And it was like mid travel, and I just laid down in a whole row. The flight attendants were super chill. They're just like, oh, you need an extra pillow? I was like, fuck yeah. I don't know. I had a great time.
Gorgeous too.
I'm going back. But my wedding's May 5th, so I don't know if that's gonna work.
Wait. Your wedding?
Yeah, bro, I'm getting married.
To who?
To who?
That
Yeah,
really? I
yeah,
didn't know that, dude. You didn't tell me in Paris.
I know.
When did this
You
happen?
didn't ask.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, so I don't know if I don't know if that's gonna fly. It's a few days before, I'm like, all right, BRB, like going to Dubai.
Where are you having the wedding? In the US?
Yes. Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
gonna
you.
make some. You're gonna make some little bunsies.
Yeah, some Bunzi Juniors, some fucking yeah, then they're gonna inside trade all Yeah, that's definitely the move, bro.
Legend, man,
Oh,
legend.
what do we got here, Lars? We got a reserve bill in good old Texas.
Hell yeah, Lone Star State stacking.
Dude, they bullish. Texas is a kind of a crazy place these days with Austin and kind of all like the maxis, the Trump maxis in Texas, and then you put them in Austin in like a pretty liberal place. But what does this mean? I don't know. Does this mean they're buying Bitcoin as a state?
I think so. I think I've seen a lot of these lately. There's been multiple states that have passed bills like this to have Bitcoin reserves. So I don't know. Maybe someone can confirm if this is just like a
Farmer, can you
precursor
translate
to support
the
what could be at the federal level, or if this is at state level treasuries.
farmer knows all this like
I
important
have
shit.
no idea. That level of detail I have no idea on, to be
I
honest.
would kind of think though that a lot of these states have huge ass retirement funds and like all that kind of crap that they want to kind of diversify and now sort of following the line of like 2% or 5% allocation into this asset as well.
We just need BlackRock to suggest that to everyone. It's just like, well, if you run a pension, here's 2%, 2.5%, 3% allocation. Most pensions already have a mix of global assets. Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin, I mean, like, I'm sure they even have gold and other, I would say, physical assets on the balance sheet as well. So it just takes BlackRock or one of these institutional advisors to say every pension plan needs to buy 1% in global asset, like a portfolio asset value in Bitcoin.
You know what that makes me think of is fucking those commercials that sell gold coins to old people? They're like, "Are you gonna leave your family?" Like, so I'm like, dude, when are they gonna start shilling like Bitcoin commercials to these old people?
They'll
Uh,
be shilling ordinals. It's just like, are you gonna leave your family with no
with
Bitcoin assets?
no fucking puppets, you fucking piece of shit, you. Go ahead and get your walker and go right over to the computer, you piece of shit. Oh
It's
my
a
god.
540 cent value that they're selling for 1,000 cents. Like,
Oh my god.
what could go
I
wrong?
hope I live long enough to fucking get psyoped by one of those commercials where it's like they're now selling me fucking Bitcoin coins. Because like, I've seen those things like, dude, those commercials they just prey on old people. It's like a bunch of old people talking
I
to one
mean,
another. Like,
I feel like this is the perfect spot for like Quarry and his rare sat cabal to do something like this. Are you gonna leave your family with no uncommon sats?
oh my god, that would be a funny skit. Fucking I wish we had gay content creators like all the vape cabal. That would actually be a funny one. Just a remake. You know what skit that I saw, not crypto, is the couple of beers. Did you see that?
I saw that. Most of my friends sent me that one at like 9 a.m. in the morning.
That one was like, dude, it hit. I was like, wow. It reminded me of like how good the Chappelle skits used to be, and like, you get a Saturday Night Live skit every once in a while, but dude, that one banged. It was so simple and just so funny. That guy, specials. But
As a
all
graph
right.
basically says that the Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve is a special fund outside the state treasury managed by the Texas comptroller. This reserve will hold Bitcoin and potentially other cryptocurrencies as strategic assets to enhance the state's financial resilience. The fund will include legislative appropriations, dedicated revenues, and purchase cryptocurrencies, investment strategies, and donations. Yeah,
Lit.
seems Texas will
Dude,
buy.
Texas is max bidding.
All right, Bunsey. Maybe we wrapped up the show a little early today, and get back into bringing some actual builders on the next one to get the ball rolling again.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's go make some commercials to sell Bitcoin to old people. Bitcoin and vacuums, max bidding.
We're gonna get Corey on here talking about magical rare sats, and how he's gonna promote them on TV to boomers once we get to that age.
All right. Well, I don't got tunes on the outro, but we will see you guys on Tuesday next week after no capital gains tax is claimed tomorrow. You heard it here. I talked to Trump Jr. I'm following Pelosi's wallet. No capital gains tax. If it happens, you owe me a puppet farmer. If it doesn't, nothing happens. So good trade. Uh, Internet's failing.
And I just got your message. But if you want to do an outro track, happy to do that as well.
No, or maybe is it back? The internet's back. It was messing around.
I think you're good.
All right, let's just run one of these. What do we got? What do we got? Good old, good old. No, it's not working. End it. Rug it. Rug it. Rug it.